The Bett Festival 2016 was held at the London Excel in January, where companies showcased their technology to schools and businesses. Star Wars The Force Awakens was released in December, and the Star Wars exhibition at Madame Tussauds has been launched. Republican Party candidate Donald Trump is one of the most talked about topics in politics at the moment by young people. So what has caused all this controversy? And later in the show, Matt brings you his review of 2015.
Today, in sports news, we look at the young judoist Olivia Pochito, 17, from South East London, who has won medals from all over Europe, including the British Nationals 6 times and the British Championships 8 times.
Hello, welcome to the BBC News School Report. For our top story, our editor joins us now from the London Excel.
Hello, welcome to the Bett Festival 2016 from the London Excel. This is where businesses from around the world can showcase their technology to students, schools and businesses. The event was from the 20th to the 23rd of January and has a variety of different and innovative tech. The event was filled with creative and imaginative ideas, like interactive floor and wall projections, as well as robots that can demonstrate woodwork to primary school children in a safe way. From science and mechanic kits to large multinational computing companies, everyone here is trying to get their tech into businesses and schools across the country. A few aim to aid disabled children with computers that you can interactively control with just your hand. Others try to make online tutoring exciting and engaging. Some stalls here promote programming and coding, whilst others provide resources for schools, such as online homework, online seating plans and reward systems. There are many talks and speeches from companies about how their technology could help education. The Minecraft demonstration area was particularly busy, one of the best-selling games ever to have existed. Jamie, BBC News, London Excel.
One of the most anticipated films of the decade, Star Wars The Force Awakens, was released in December. Here's my report from Madame Tussauds on Star Wars. Here at Madame Tussauds there is a Star Wars experience, and it is good for any fan of Star Wars. Star Wars is one of the most known franchises in the world. You cannot escape the Star Wars fever. Star Wars, which was originally made in 1977, followed the story of Luke Skywalker. Princess Leia was held by the Empire. The Empire's primary soldier was a stormtrooper. Luke went on a magical journey through space to the Death Star, where stormtroopers held Princess Leia captive. Star Wars The Force Awakens was directed by J.J. Abrams, who also directed Star Trek, so fans have not left the cinema unimpressed. On the day of its release, people were lining up outside cinemas, and over the weekend, Star Wars took 1.16 billion worldwide. Harry, BBC News, Madame Tussauds. Now, for our world news story, James brings you this report on Donald Trump from Westminster.
One of the most talked about figures in politics by young people is Donald Trump, the Republican Party's candidate for the 2016 election. He first started his campaign with the slogan, "Make America Great Again." However, Trump has sparked a large amount of controversy after making claims that there are parts of London so radicalised that the police force are afraid for their lives. In spite of this, a petition has been created seeking to ban Trump from the country. It was discussed on the 18th of January by Parliament in the House of Commons.
The government responded. The government has a policy of not routinely commenting on individual immigration or exclusion cases. The Prime Minister has made clear that he completely disagrees with Donald Trump's remarks. The Home Secretary said that Donald Trump's remarks in relation to Muslims are decisive, unhelpful and wrong.
Despite his controversies, Donald Trump is popular with many Americans due to his policies on border security as well as immigration. Trump has proposed a ban on Muslims entering the country. He's also proposed a wall to be built on the Mexican border, as well as having proposed that all illegal immigrants should be deported.
Trump wants to push for stronger negotiations with China on trade and has called for a policy to deal with the Organisation of Petroleum Exporting Countries. He has also stated that he will try to stop Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons. Overall, some believe that he will restore the American dream.
James, BBC News, Westminster.
What did you think were the big moments in 2015? Well, now, Matt sums up the year in his 2015 review.
"2015 has been an amazing year, with many high points and milestones. Sadly, there has also been low points from wars to tragic deaths. To start off the year, on January 7th, 2 gunmen attacked the magazine company Charlie Hebdo in France. 12 people sadly died in these traumatic events. Multiple attacks happened the following days, causing another 5 lives to be lost. Later on, the terror group Al-Qaeda claimed responsibility for the attacks. The reason they attacked was because they claimed some issues of the magazine contained controversial images of the Islamic prophet Muhammad. However, their intentions did not happen the way they intended it to. The magazine would sell around 60,000 French copies. However, the issue following after the attacks sold almost 8 million copies in 6 languages. 2015 has been an amazing year for gay rights across the globe. Luxembourg were the first to legalise same-sex marriage in 2015, on the very first day. The President of Finland signed a document for it to be allowed, however it will not take effect until 2017. Ireland became the very first country to legalise gay marriage by public vote. Greenland's parliament unanimously voted for gay marriage. And finally, same-sex marriage has now been allowed nationwide over the United States of America. Finally, there's been many anniversaries in 2015. For example, 10 years ago, YouTube was launched. Also, the Xbox 360 was. 70 years ago, World War II ended. 200 years ago, the Battle of Waterloo was declared. 750 years ago, the first English Parliament was created. 800 years ago, the Magna Carta was signed. And that's just a few. This has been Matthew for BBC School Report.
And finally, for the sports news with George.
Today in sports news, we look at the young judoist Olivia Prosciutto, 17, from South East London, who has won medals from all over Europe, including the British Nationals 6 times and the British Championships 8 times. She started judo at the age of 7 by joining Harris Judo Club in Orpington, as well as Northbrook. Since 2005, her collection of medals have been added to around 10 times a year in the cadet, junior and now senior level. Her latest competition was in France, in the Open International, where she won gold. She said that her sporting idol was Olympic heptathlon champion Jessica Ennis-Hill, and that judo gave her a focus and a goal to achieve. With over 135 competition appearances and 90 wins, keep your eyes out for her in the future of British judo. George, BBC Sports News.
That's all from us, but you can keep up to date with the latest at bbc.co.uk/school report. Bye for now.